Good evening, football fans. Welcome to 1971 ASC Rebel Football. This is Lee Wilson bringing you the play-by-play, the Rebels and Southwest Christian way back in the fall of 1971. This will be the first game of the season that year, and we will see what happens here in just a moment. This game will start with Southwest Christian on offense in the white jerseys. There they are, in the white. Southwest Christian. Rebels in the dark jerseys. Here's a snap. John McMillan is going to get through from his linebacker position and make a stop. That will make it third down, long yards to go. Southwest Christian will punt the ball back to the Rebels. Here we go. That football is going to bounce and going to be downed right there. Rebels on offense. Sonny Roberts at quarterback. Hands off to number 20. That's Harlan Keith Ravencraft right there. Picks up 9 yards on the play. Rebels on offense. Here's the handoff to number 10, Mike Rocky Carr. Carr going to go around left end. Try to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Here we go. There's a snap again. This time again to Ravencraft. The snap again and the handoff to Ravencraft. And Keith's going to fumble the football right there. And he'll get his own fumble and recover it himself. Rebels knocking on the door. ASC Rebels knocking on the door tonight. Early in the game of 1971. Here's the snap. That defensive man jumped off sides. Here we go. Back again. Here's a handoff. This time to 33, Aaron Lee Shipley. Shipley gets down near the end zone and does get in, and let's see what happens. No, it's not going to be good. There's a penalty. They're going to walk this thing off. Illegal procedure. Now, here's a handoff. The snap, this time the handoff again to Ravencraft. He is stopped. Nothing to nothing here, 1971 at ASC Rebel Field. Here we go. Sonny Roberts is going to look downfield and try to make a pass, and it's going to be ended for Glenn Reynolds and intended for Reynolds and incomplete. Here we go. Second down. 9 yards to go. Knocking on the door. Roberts rolls out. He's under heavy pressure. Roberts, number 12, looks downfield. He's going to throw the ball deep downfield in the left corner. And it's going to be, yes, complete to 35. Glenn Marshall, Slick Reynolds, the touchdown. Roberts to Reynolds here in 1971. The try for point, Mike Carr, the holder, number 10. Tommy Prestridge, number 60, the kicker. Prestridge will come forward, and he will put a foot into it. Let's see if it's good. The first extra point, yes, good. Referee says good. Prestridge makes a kick, 7-0. Prestridge comes forward to kick off after the touchdown. The boy from Southwest Christian will take the kick and make his return. Good coverage by the Rebels downfield. That tackle by Mike Carr, number 10, and other Rebels. 7-0, ASC, early in the game. Rebels in the dark jerseys. The snap. Southwest Christian will fumble the ball. And the Rebels will not come up with it. Let's see what happens. The old tape goes bad right here. I think it will straighten out in just a moment. Let's see what happens. Here's a kick down to the Rebels. That football muffed and finally recovered by ASC. I couldn't tell who that was. Now, on offense, Roberts hands off to number 20, Ravencraft. Rebel offense at the line of scrimmage. Jimbo Kirkland, 51, the center. Roberts hands off to Ravencraft again. This time the handoff to 43, John McMillan. McMillan bulls his way down for a 7-yard gain. Here's a snap. Roberts going to roll to his left. Running behind, blocking, but he's going to be finally run out of bounds after about a 1-yard gain on the play. Here's a snap. Hand off again to Ravencraft. He goes down at the line of scrimmage. Here's the punt. 64, George Riley Wash punts the football downfield. The Southwest Christian boy takes it. Tackled by 86, Gary Honey. Rebels now on defense in the dark jerseys. Southwest Christian makes the snap. The boy's going to pick up a little yardage to his right. He's going to be stopped by Honey, 86. Southwest Christian in the white jerseys. Going to try to make a pass. Going to be knocked down right there. Here it is, third down, 7 to go. Southwest Christian with the ball. Hands it off. Stopped up the middle by Travis Myers. Here's a punt by Southwest Christian. That ball is going to go down. Going to strike the ground. Going to fall and going to roll and going to roll. And it'll finally be down. Now, Rebels on offense. Roberts again, hands off. This time to number 20. That's Keith Ravencroft following Travis Myers, 71. Ravencroft picks up 9, 10, 11 yards on the play. And he's going to finally be brought down inside the 10-yard line. The handoff to number 10, Mike Rocky Carr. 64, George Walsh out front blocking. The pulling guard, Rocky Carr, sees pay dirt. Rocky Carr is going to go down and go into the end zone. Touchdown for the Rebels right there. However, it'll be brought back. There was a flag on the play. The referee will bring it back. Let's see if he's going to walk it off. 13, 14, 15, right there. He'll place that football down. Clipping, there's a signal on the Rebels. Nullifies a touchdown. Back on offense. Roberts takes the snap. Fakes to Ravencroft. Roberts back, looking for a receiver. Looking downfield. Downfield, Aaron Lee Shipley, 33, just out of the outstretched arms of Aaron Lee Shipley. Incomplete. Roberts again back to pass. Rolling to his left. He's under pressure. He passes on, throws the screen pass to Ravencroft. Out front, Travis Myers and George Riley Walsh blocking on the screen pass. Also Curtis C. out there. 13-0 Rebels now still in the first quarter. Here we go. Now, after a touchdown, Tommy Pritchard will kick off. Pritchard's number 60 comes forward on the ball. He puts a foot into it, drives it downfield. The Southwest Christian boy will take the ball, will start his return. Let's see what happens with good coverage. There's George Riley Walsh and Mike Carr and Tommy Pritchard's downfield covering. Rebel defense stacked up in there close. Stacked up in there, that 4-3 defensive alignment that Brent Caston always ran. Fumble on the... Now, second down. 12 yards to go. Here's the play. Rebels snuff out this play right there for a 2-yard loss. Here's a punt. The punt downfield. An end-over-end kick. Going to go downfield. We got Ravencroft and Shipley back. Ravencroft takes that punt. Keith Ravencroft's going to come toward the Rebel sideline. Ravencroft's trying to find running room. He's going to get knocked down right there. Rebels now on offense. Roberts underneath. Jimbo Kirkland the snapper. Here's the play. The handoff to John McMillan, 43. McMillan picks up 7 yards on the play. Running behind Curtis C. Again, the handoff to McMillan. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now third down. 5 yards to go. The handoff to Ravencroft, number 20. And Ravencroft is stopped in the backfield. Here's a punt. George Riley Walsh, 64. Back to make the punt. He gets a good foot into it. Drives it downfield. A driving end-over-end kick. Good coverage downfield. That's 35. Glenn Marshall, Slick Reynolds right there. Rebels now on defense. Stacked up in. There's a pass by Southwest Christian. Falls incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. Here's the snap. That 4-3 defensive alignment. Ready for the play. The handoff and the player goes down. Here's a punt. Southwest Christian going to punt it back to the ASC Rebels. Back deep for ASC. It's going to be Aaron Lee Shipley, number 33. Shipley the sprinter. I know he can run. I ran against him and with him in high school. Here he goes. Shipley going to smell pay dirt. He won't be caught. Aaron Lee Shipley goes in for the touchdown. Yes. Now Southwest Christian back on offense. Rebels on defense. Here's a punt. Going to punt it back. ASC back to receive the punt. Let's see what happens right here. Who's going to pick it up? Roberts ends up with the ball somehow and tries to get upfield. He's finally stopped. Now, Rebels back on offense. Here's a handoff. Quarterback Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. We lost a play there. Here's a kick. Tommy Pritchard drives a foot through it. Let's see what happens. Did he make it? Let's see if it goes through. Referee, good. Yes, the kick is good. Your score now 20-0. Way back in 1971 in the second quarter. Rebels on defense in the dark jerseys. The player cannot go. Second snap. They fumble. Let's see who picks it up. Okay, Rebels got the ball. Here's a play. The handoff to McMillan. McMillan picks up 6 yards on the play. Rebels driving the football here tonight. Roberts is back to pass. Looking downfield. Pass incomplete. Now, second down, 10 yards to go. Again, back to pass is Roberts. Looking downfield. He sees Keith Ravencraft. Harlan's wide open. Touchdown, Roberts to Ravencraft. 27 yards on the pass to Ravencraft here, and the score. Here's the kick. Mike Carter hold. Tommy Prestridge to kick. He puts a foot into it, does Prestridge. Looks like it's off and wide to the left. Let's see what the referee says. Let's see what the official gives us is on the side. No good. Now 27-0. Rebels over Southwest Christian tonight. Here late in the second quarter. Tommy Prestridge will kick off. He comes forward on the ball. Puts a foot into it. The Southwest Christian boy, you're going to muff that kick. And finally, Southwest Christian will fall on it and recover it. Rebels on defense in the black jerseys, stacked up in there closely. The snap, and they cannot go. Second down, 11 yards to go. Here's a handoff. He stopped in the backfield. Now, pressure will kick off. Again, the Southwest Christian boy takes the ball. He tries to come upfield. Stopped by several Rebels, 62. Jed Wall and others. Rebels on defense in the black jerseys. Ball is fumbled and recovered. Second down, 12 yards to go for Southwest Christian. Rebels on defense in the black jerseys. Again, the ball is fumbled on the snap. Here we go. Southwest Christian, third down, 14 yards to go. They can hardly get off a snap here tonight. Now, Rebels back on offense. Roberts hands the ball off. Keith Ravencraft following McMillan, and Travis Myers picks up 7 yards on the play. A good look at that Rebel offense. The handoff again now to McMillan, 43. John Alton going to pick up 11 yards on the play. Here's a snap. The handoff to Mike Rocky Carr. Carr following George Riley Walsh. Carr's going to pick his way and work his way for a 3-yard gain. Southwest Christian now back on offense. Here we go. And Travis Myers jumps through and jumps the snap. Second down. Now third down for Southwest Christian. Here's the snap. We'll see what happens. He's going to come around and try to make a pass. Going to throw it downfield. Broken up by number 10, Rocky Carr. Southwest Christian at the line in the white jerseys and the white trousers. Hit their quarterback back to pass. Makes a pass and it falls incomplete. Here's a punt. Southwest Christian going to punt it back to ASC. That ball's going to hit the ground and roll. Aaron Lee Shipley and Keith Ravencraft watch it roll. Now, back on offense. Roberts at quarterback. Here's a handoff. No, the fake to Shipley. Roberts back deep. Going to throw it downfield. Wide open. Keith Ravencraft's going to make the play, the catch. And Ravencraft goes down on his knees and gets up and continues to run like the NFL. No, you can't do that, Harlan. Well, bring that football back where Keith went down. Nice play, Roberts to Ravencraft. Here we go, the snap. Roberts backpedals, looking downfield. 35, that's Glenn Marshall, Slick Reynolds on the reception. Glenn Marshall on a good play from Roberts. Here's the offense. Here comes the snap from Jimbo Kirkland. Roberts is going to hand the ball off to 43, McMillan. Stop for 2-yard gain. The handoff now again to Rocky Carr. Rocky's going to go around left end, try to find running room. He's going to just about make the corner, but he can't make that corner. Here's a play. Roberts is going to roll to his right, looking downfield. He's going to make the play. Gary Honey, 86. Honey makes a reception. Gary Honey gets down near the end zone, and he will go in for the touchdown. Let's see what the referee says. Yes. Touchdown. Honey on the reception. Here's Tommy Prestridge to kick it through. And no good. Referee says no good. Off to the right. Now, ASC now back on defense in the dark jerseys. Here's a snap. Southwest Christian boys smothered. Rebels back on defense still. Here's a handoff. Stopped by McMillan, 43, along with other Rebels. Here's a snap. Southwest Christian trying to get something going on offense. Cannot go tonight. Stopped by a host of Rebels. Here's a punt. Southwest Christian going to punt it. No, the fumble. Several Rebels back there to make the stop. Now, Mike Carr in at quarterback, the left-hander, number 10. And Southwest jumps offside. Now, the Rebel offense at the line. Carr at quarterback. He's going to take the snap from Jimbo Kirkland. And here's the snap. Carr, the left-hander. Try to makes a pass to number 81. I think that's Jonathan Smith. Now, Rebels still on offense. Carr still at quarterback. Kirkland at center. Mike Rocky Carr drops back, looking downfield. Throws the ball and it will fall incomplete. Here we go. Rebels on offense. Mike Carr still at quarterback. He's going to muff the snap. He's going to pick it up and try to get around left end. He'll be stopped for a 2-yard loss. Here's a punt. George Riley Walsh makes a punt. He gets a foot into it. An end-over-end kick goes downfield. The boy from Southwest Christian is going to let it roll. And it'll roll dead inside the 5. I'm going to call it the 2.5-yard line. 40-0. ASC Rebels tonight. First game of the year in 1971. Southwest Christian backed up against their own end zone. The quarterback's going to roll back. And he's going to be smothered in the backfield by the Rebels. And that will be a safety. The referee says, yes, safety. 2 more points for the Rebels. That'll make it 42-0 here in this first game of the year in 1971. Still more football to go. Rebels on offense. Carr at quarterback. He's going to take the snap. Going to move to his right. Running behind, blocking, and he's going to get down past the 20, inside the 18-yard line. At the line, the Rebels, the snap. Here it is. Handoff. That was Ravencraft on the carry again. Rebels knocking on the door again with a comfortable 42-0 lead. Mike Carr going to be stopped in the backfield on this carry. Gets back near the line of scrimmage. At the line, the South ASC Rebels. Carr calling out the snap count. Play is made. Now, Rebels back on defense in the dark jerseys. Southwest Christian quarterback going to try to make a pass. That ball falls incomplete. Southwest Christian still on offense. That back is moving. That'll be a penalty. Now, here's a handoff. And he is smothered again in the backfield. Now, back on offense, the Rebels. Mike Carr at quarterback. He's going to hand off, I think, to John McMillan. And this tape, that will be near the end of this ball game. And yes, that will end this ball game. Good evening, football fans. Welcome to ASC Rebel Football 1971. This is Lee Wilson bringing you the play-by-play tonight of the Rebels and Adams Christian. As you can see, the Rebels from ASC would prevail 37-12 here. This will be the second game of the 1971 season, and we will see. Here we go. Tommy Prestridge kicks it off. The Rebels get good coverage downfield. Adams Christian boy is going to bring the ball back upfield. He's going to be stopped. Now, Rebels on defense in the dark jerseys. Adams Christian in the white. Here's a handoff. Adams Christian boy is going to have a little room to run. He's going to be first hit by Sonny Roberts and then finally stopped by 86 Gary Honey along with Mike Carr, number 10. That's clipping. That's the referee clipping on the play. Now, after the penalty, Adams Christian going to take the football in the white. That boy has a little room to run. He's going to get downfield. He's going to be in hot pursuit. Sonny Roberts is going to ride him down. Number 12 made the tackle. Adams Christian in the white. ASC Rebels in that 4-3 defensive alignment. Here goes the play. Adams Christian boy is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now, Rebels on defense in the black jerseys, in the dark jerseys. Adams Christian shifts into the formation they want to run. Here's a snap. ACCS will make the play and will be stopped by several Rebels, Honey and Travis Myers. Adams Christian back to pass, looking downfield, and that ball is caught. Referee says yes, that's a completion right there. Adams Christian gives up the football. Now, Rebels on offense. Roberts at quarterback, number 12. He takes a snap and muffs the snap, picks it up himself, and still manages to pick up about 2 yards on the play. Rebels on offense. Here's the snap. Roberts hands off to Ravencraft, number 20. Ravencraft has a little room to run. He's going to get downfield around the right end. Ravencraft's looking for the end zone. Ravencraft is getting down near pay dirt. He's going to get close to the 10, now to the 5, and he's going to finally be barely hit and touchdown and going to be just out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Referee's going to bring the ball back and down it right there. There goes George Riley Walsh in, and Roberts, number 12. Going back in, it'll be goal to go for the Rebels. Here's a handoff. Handoff to McMillan. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now, here we go. Second down, goal to go. The handoff to Ravencraft. He stopped again at the line of scrimmage. Third down, goal to go for the Rebels. Roberts underneath. Jimbo Kirkland the center. Kirkland snaps it. Roberts hands it off. And Keith Ravencraft's going to go in for the touchdown. Yes, touchdown Rebels. Now, Rebels back on defense in the dark jerseys. Pass is incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go for Adams Christian. The handoff. And he is stopped for no gain. Adams Christian now, second down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback's going to go back to pass, looking downfield, and pass is complete. Yes, he makes a completion. Rebels give up a big play, but it's going to be called back. What's the call? Let's see what the referee's going to say. What was the call? Walks it off. He's going to give the signal. Loss of down. Must have been an ineligible receiver downfield. That's what it was. Now, Adams Christian back on offense. Rolls out. Looking downfield. Second down, 10 yards. Now, the punt. Adams Christian going to punt after the end of the quarter. We'll punt it back to ASC Rebels. Who's going to pick it up? Looks like Aaron Lee Shipley. Here he goes. As I said before, he's a sprinter and I know it. He can run. Aaron Lee Shipley, 33. Shipley's going to smell pay dirt and get into the end zone at the flag. That ball was brought back, however. Penalty on the Rebels. Had to punt over. The punt now, again, back to ASC Rebels. Here's the punt. Here it goes. The Adams Christian boy knocks it downfield. Again, that ball is going to bounce around and bounce around. Aaron Lee's going to look at it, number 33. Shipley's going to pick it up. Shipley's going to head downfield again. He can run, and I know it. Here he goes with a head of steam, turning on the speed, and Aaron Lee Shipley's going to go in for the score again for the ASC Rebels way back in 1971. They're going to walk it off. Must have been a penalty. Yes, it was. That puts that football way back. Going to have to replay it. Clipping on the Rebels. Rebels on offense. The handoff to Ravencraft. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a snap. Roberts rolling to his left. He's looking downfield. He sees an open receiver. Yes, he does. Number 20, Ravencraft. And in and out of his hands. Keith can't hold on. That long pass. Here we go. Now second down. Roberts muffs the snap, and football is recovered. Let's see. Rebels get it. George Riley Walsh will punt back to ASC. George Riley puts a foot into it. Gets a good roll. The Adams Christian boy is going to pick it up. He's going to head to his left, and he's going to be run down by number 82 for the ASC Rebels right there. Now, on defense, in the dark jerseys, the Rebels digging in against Adams Christian tonight, way back in 1971. No gain on the play. The 4-3 defensive alignment. 3 linebackers, 4 down linemen. Here's a play. The stop made by 86 Gary Honey. Third down. Adams Christian on the snap. He's back to pass. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Here's the play. The punt by Adams Christian. Partially blocked. That ball is going to be going downfield and be looked at and it'll be bounced and will finally be downed by Adams Christian. Now, Rebels on offense. Roberts takes a snap. Handoff to 33, Aaron Lee Shipley. Following George Riley Walsh. Aaron Lee has a little room to run. Aaron Lee Shipley's going to turn it on. And he's going to pick up about 17 yards on the play. Rebels at the line. Here's a snap. Roberts hands off. No, he's going to keep it this time. Keeps it around right in. He's going to find a little running room, does Sonny Roberts. And he's going to finally be brought down after about a 7-yard gain. Is that a fumble? Let's see what the referee says. Did he fumble the ball or was he already down? And I believe, no, he was down. Rebels retained the ball. Here's a snap. Fumble again. Roberts recovers behind the line of scrimmage. Now, second down, 11. Roberts rolls to his left, looking downfield. Pass intended for number 20, Ravencraft, falls incomplete. Sonny Roberts now rolls back, looking downfield. There's a pass, complete, 86, Gary Honey. Roberts to Honey for the completion. Rebels still on offense. Driving the football back in 1971. Here's a snap. Roberts going to take the snap. Hand off to Mike Rocky Carr. He's following George Riley Walsh, the pulling guard. Carr has room to run. Mike Carr is going to get down inside, I think, the 10-yard line. Rebels knocking on the door again. Here's a snap. Hand off to Ravencraft. Ravencraft following Travis Myers. And Ravencraft gets down near the goal line, and is he in? No. Second down, goal to go for the Rebels. Roberts underneath. He goes on the quarterback sneak, running behind Travis Myers and Jimbo Kirkland. There they are, the cheerleaders in 1971, right there, cheering those Rebels on to victory tonight. And they will win this game, as you saw the earlier score. Here we are, back on offense. The ASC Rebels. The handoff to Ravencraft. Ravencraft getting down near that goal line, and he's going to go, yes, in for the score. Touchdown. Referee says touchdown, Rebels. Now, here it is. Adams Christian still on offense. In the white jerseys. ASC in the dark. Can't really tell that score right there. Something to nothing. I can't tell the score. Here it is. Adams Christian on offense. In the white. He rolls out. He is stopped on a solo tackle by Glenn Marshall Slick Reynolds. Now, Adams Christian will punt back to the Rebels. ASC boy knocks it downfield. There they are back there. Ravencroft, Aaron Lee Shipley. Aaron Lee has a little room to run. He's got some running room. He's going to be brought down right there in front of the ASC home stands. Here's a snap. Roberts hands off to 43. Make that 33, Aaron Lee Shipley. Shipley works his way down. He's going to finally be stopped after an 8-yard gain. Rebels on offense. Here's a snap. The handoff to John McMillan, 43. Picks up 8 yards on the carry. Rebels at the line of scrimmage. The snap. Here's a roll to his right. Roberts keeping the football. Looking downfield. He's going to have to keep the ball, and he'll be stopped for no appreciable gain on the play. Now, Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. Finds a receiver. Who's he throwing it? Gary Honey. Honey makes a reception. Gary Honey, 86. Gets down near the 10-yard line on the pass from Roberts. Here we go. Knocking on the door. First down and 10. The handoff to 20, Ravencroft. He's following Travis Myers, the blocker. Ravencroft picks up about 3 yards. Now, at the line of scrimmage, the Rebels looking at pay dirt. Here's a snap. Roberts going to roll to his left, looking downfield, looking in the corner. He's looking for Gary Honey. Gary Honey, 86, is open and in and out of his hands. Ball falls incomplete. Third down. Roberts again back to pass, looking downfield, looking again for Honey. Gary Honey is somewhere, yes, wide open, 86, and in for the touchdown. Correction, he stopped at the 1 yard line. Roberts fumbles the ball, picks it up. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Rebels turn the football over. Adams Christian back on offense in the white jerseys. Rebels in the dark jerseys. Rebel defensive team making a good stop tonight. Second down, long to go for Adams Christian. Here's a snap. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And Rebels Rebels get the fumble. Roberts back to pass again. He looks again for his receiver, Gary Honey. Honey, 86, catches the ball and goes in for the score right there. Roberts to Honey. Here's Tommy Precious, the kicker. He's going to knock it through. Let's see what the referee says. Let's see what he says. Good, yes. That kick is good. Rebels have a good lead against Adams Christian here tonight. Here's a kick. I think the second half. Adams Christian kicking off back to ASC Rebels. Ravencroft on the return. Harlan Keith Ravencroft is going to bring that ball back upfield. Rebels on offense. The snap, the handoff to Harlan Ravencroft. He's going to get about 3 yards on the play. This handoff again to McMillan. Now, here's a handoff. Ravencroft coming around. He's following McMillan and following Travis Myers. A 9-yard gain on the play. Roberts rolling back, looking downfield. Here's a play and incomplete. Here's a snap. Roberts rolls to his left. George Riley Walsh, 64, out front blocking. Here's a pass intended for and caught. Yes, caught by number 10, Rocky Carr. Here's a snap. Handoff to Ravencroft, and he bobbles the football and recovers his own fumble right there. Here's a snap. The punt by George Riley Walsh. George Riley puts a foot into it. Kicks it downfield, and the ball will go into the end zone for a touchback. That will give Adams Christian the ball on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Stopped by Travis Myers and Glenn Marshall Reynolds. Here's a snap. Adams Christian on the play. Throws the ball in the flat. The reception is made. The tackle by 33, Aaron Lee Shipley. Here's a snap. Adams Christian, quarterback, is back to pass. He's looking downfield. Pass is caught for a 9-yard gain. Adams Christian, quarterback rolls back. He's looking downfield. looking down. He's going to be stopped by Honey and several Rebels. And Liberty Rebels recover the football. Now, ASC on offense. Here we go. Down threatening to score again. Ravencraft has a handoff, and Keith Ravencraft goes in for the score. Pressures will do the kicking. Here's the snap. The kick looks like it's good to me. Let's see what the referee says. Yes, good. Rebels have a comfortable score. I can't tell exactly what it is. Here's a play. The pass falls incomplete. Now, Rebels on offense. Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. Pass falls incomplete. Intended for 86, Gary Honey. Second down, 10 to go. The handoff to McMillan, 43. He picks up one tough yard on the play. Here's the next play. Roberts rolling to his left. Looks downfield, looking downfield. Here's a play. And it intended for 86, Honey, but falls incomplete. Honey wants interference, but didn't get it. Here's a snap. Ball is fumbled. Adams Christian boy picks it up. Second down, 12 yards to go. Adams Christian on offense. Quarterback takes his snap. He's back to pass. Under pressure from Honey and Slick Reynolds. And that ball falls incomplete. Rebels back on offense now. Roberts going back to pass. He's going to go back and look downfield. He's going to be in trouble and will be finally sacked in the backfield for about an 8-yard loss back near the goal line. Here's a snap. George Riley Walsh will punt out of his own end zone. He gets a good foot into it. The Adams Christian boy catches it and going to make a run upfield. Upfield he's going. And he will be finally knocked out of bounds by 86, Gary Honey. Adams Christian on offense in the white. Throws the ball across the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Adams Christian boy is going to jump offside. Here we go. After the 5-yard penalty, ACCS will take the snap in the white jerseys. Quarterback rolling to his left. And he is stopped by 86, Gary Honey, along with 71, Travis Myers. Here's a snap. Adams Christian. Quarterback's going to roll left. There's a flag on the play. That quarterback's going to be finally stopped by a host of Rebels. Pass by Adams Christian. Downfield and touchdown. Quarterback makes a good pass and a good reception and touchdown, Adams Christian. Now, Rebels on offense. Mike Rocky Carr, the left-hander, is in at quarterback. Rocky Carr rolls to his left. He has a little room to run. He's going to pick up about 4 yards, maybe 5. Rocky Carr still at quarterback. Jimbo Kirkland, the center. Handoff. And stopped at the line of scrimmage. Pass intended for 81, Jonathan Smith, falls incomplete. Roberts back in at quarterback. Roberts looking downfield. He throws it deep downfield for Gary Honey and almost intercepted, incomplete. Rebels back on offense. Now, Roberts rolling to his left, looking downfield. And incomplete, again intended for Honey. George Riley's going to make the kick. A long end-over-end punt. Goes downfield. The Adams Christian boy catches it and going to start his return. He's going to be run down and stopped by 86, Gary Honey. Here's a snap. Handoff up. Stopped by a host of Rebels. Adams Christian boy on the option play makes a toss. The pitch man going to take it around left end. Now, Adams Christian at the snap. And that will conclude this ball game right here. Good evening, football fans. Welcome to ASC Rebel Football 1971. This is Lee Wilson bringing you the play-by-play. The Rebels tonight from ASC playing the Pine Hills Wildcats. As you can see from the screen, Pine Hills would prevail tonight 22-8. This game played way back in 1971. We'll get this game going here in just a moment. The Rebels will kick off. Tommy Precious, number 60, puts a foot into it. He drives the ball downfield. The Pine Hill Wildcats in white. The Rebels tonight in the dark jerseys and the white trousers. Pine Hills boy is going to be run down and finally tackled on a good stop, I think by George Riley Walsh, 64. Here's a play. Rebels on defense. Pine Hills on offense. Quarterback Bell rose to his left. Makes a pass. It's incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. The toss to the right. He is going to be stopped by 62. Jed Hammer Wall. Jed Hunter on the snap. On the stop. Bell now rolling to his left for Pine Hills. Looks downfield. Pass is incomplete. Here's a punt. I think that's Bell doing the punting, the left footer. He punts the ball for Pine Hills. Good coverage downfield, and they will touch that ball. And now here's a snap. Rebels on the offense in the black. That Pine Hills recovers the fumble. Now Pine Hills on offense. Bell rose to his left. He is going to be stopped by pulled down by Gary Honey, 86. Now here's a handoff. Pine Hills. The tackle by 64. George Riley Walsh. Here's a snap. Bell back to pass. No, on the draw play. The tackle made by 62, Jed Wall, along with others. Now, on offense, in the white, Pine Hills. Bell goes back to pass. Looking downfield. That pass is incomplete. Now, second down and 10. Bell back to pass. Looking downfield under pressure. He's going to release the football. And defending on the play, number 10, Rocky Carr. Here's the punt. Bell muffs the punt. He's under pressure from Honey and Ravencraft. And he'll be stopped. The Rebels now will go back on offense in the dark jerseys. Here's a snap. Handoff to Ravencraft. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Met right there. Second down, 11 to go. Rocky Carr goes in motion. Here's a snap. Roberts rolls back to pass. He releases the ball downfield. That football is complete. Gary Honey, 86. Honey on the reception. Rebels down, knocking on the door. At the line of scrimmage. In motion. Roberts back to pass, looking downfield. Pass is incomplete, intended for Honey. Football is fumbled on the snap and recovered. Rebels on offense. Here's a pass. Pass intended for Travis Myers, the old tackle eligible. It's no longer legal to run that play. Here's Tommy Precious on the fake field goal. Precious throws downfield, knocked down and incomplete on the fake field goal. Rebels back on defense now in the dark jerseys. Pine Hills in the all-white uniforms, white headgear, jersey and trousers. Bell's pass, intended for 24, falls incomplete. Rebels on defense. Myers breaks it. The tackle and the recovery made by George Riley Walsh, number 64. Rebels on offense. Here's Roberts. He tosses it to Ravencraft. Ravencraft has a little room to run. Gets down near the sideline. All right, here we go. Rebels on offense. Roberts underneath. Hands the ball again to Ravencraft. Keith picks up about 1.5 yards or 2. Here it is, full house backfield. Handoff to McMillan, the fullback. He is stopped near the line of scrimmage. Rebels now back on defense. Here's a handoff. Tackle is made by number 70. I think it was. Here we go. Here's the snap. Pine Hills trying to move the football down deep in their own territory. Here's a handoff. Bell's going to roll out. He's going to make the pass and falls incomplete. Here we go. Rebels on defense in the dark jerseys. The tackle. Now, here we go. Pine Hills on offense. Bell rolling to his left. Throws downfield, and that pass is incomplete. Again, staying with the pass. Back to pass. It is complete. We're going to have a good gainer here. This guy's going to pick up good yardage. He's going to finally be stopped by Mike Carr along with Gary Honey. Pine Hills. Travis Myers Makes him option it off, and he's going to be finally stopped by Glenn Marshall Reynolds, 35. Here's a play. Stopped by 63, Burnell McGee, and Travis Myers, 71. Here's a snap. Handoff goes. He is stopped by several Rebels, Honey and others. Here's a snap. Bell on the quarterback keeper, the quarterback sneak. Again, the sneak, he cannot go. The Rebel defensive team, too tough right there on that play. Here's a handoff to 42. He's going to get a little room to run. He's going to go around, let left in, and finally be stopped by Rocky Carr, number 10. Pine Hills on offense, moving the football. Here's a handoff. He is going to be pulled down by Glenn Reynolds and other Rebels. Yeah, Glenn Marshall has him, 35. Here's a snap. Pine Hills knocking on the door. The handoff off right guard. Going to be stopped for no gain. Here's a play. Bell passes and incomplete. Pine Hill still on offense. Knocking on the door, as I said. Here's a run. He's down near the goal line. Does he get in? No. It's going to be goal to go. Here's the snap, the handoff. Yes, in for the touchdown. Pine Hill scores right there. Going for the 2-point conversion. Bell does make the pass, and yes, it is good. Pine Hills will lead 8-0 right here early in this contest, way back in 1971. Here's a kick back to the ASC Rebels. Aaron Lee Shipley, 33, is going to pick up the kick. Shipley's going to come forward. Shipley looking for a little room to run. They're going to get a lot of tacklers over there and stop him. Rebels on offense. The snap is fumbled. Roberts recovers his own fumble. Here's it is, 2nd down and 12. Roberts on the option play. Rocky Carr, number 10, trying to get around right in. Carr is going to be stopped. Here's the play, 3rd down and 10. The halfback pass. Carr releases the football downfield. Intended for 35. Glenn Reynolds, incomplete. George Riley Walsh back to punt. Walsh gets a foot into it, a low end-over-end kick. Goes downfield. Takes a good ASC bounce. The Gloucester boy going to pick it up and return it. And he'll finally be stopped. Going to re-kick. George Riley Walsh again will punt it. He takes a snap. Again, a low driving kick downfield. That ball is going to roll and bounce. And finally rolls dead. Now, Gloucester on Pine Hill on offense. The Rebels in the dark jerseys. Bell rolls to his left. He's in trouble. George Walsh has him. He gets away. Other Rebels come in and make the stop. Here's the play. The fumble. And Glenn Reynolds will pick up that fumble and recover it right there. 35, Slick Reynolds. Rebels on offense. Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. He's looking downfield. Pass is intercepted. That ball is intercepted. That player is going to try to make that return. He'll finally be stopped. Pine Hills on offense. Here's a snap. Bell hands it off. Stopped by 63, Burnell McGee, along with Jed Hunter Wall. Here's the snap. About a 2-yard gain by Pine Hills. Here it is. Bell's going to, on the draw play. Bell hands it off. Stopped by several ASC Rebels. Here's the snap. Stopped by 64, George Riley Walsh, the linebacker. Here's a handoff. There's a flag on the play. 3rd down, 5 to go. Gloucester. Boys from Gloucester, Pine Hill Academy. He's going to finally be run down by 64, George Walsh. Pine Hills driving the football tonight, way back in 1971. Bell back to pass. Throws it downfield. And that pass is going to be complete. complete for the touchdown. Pine Hills will score. They go for the 2 points right here. Bell Rose to his left. He throws it downfield, and it's knocked down. I believe by Rocky Carr. Yes, number 10, Mike Carr knocked it down. Pine Hills will kick back off now after the score, kicking it off to the ASC Rebels. A little pooch kick, somewhat of an onside kick, and Pine Hill will recover that kick after it bounces and will take possession of the ball. Pine Hill's on offense. The toss back. Looks like a halfback pass. Yes, it is. The throw back to the quarterback. And it is knocked down. Not sure who knocked it down. Here it is, 2nd down. Bell back to pass. Makes a play. Incomplete. Again, Pine Hills back to pass. Looking downfield. And that pass is intercepted. Sonny Roberts, number 12. Roberts makes the interception. He's got a little room to run, does Roberts. He's going to reverse his field and go back across the field. Number 12, Roberts on the intercept. A good block by George Riley Walsh. And Roberts is going to get to the other sideline and will finally be brought down by the Pine Hills Wildcats. Interception by Roberts. Here's the play. ASC back on offense. Roberts back to pass, looking downfield. He throws it deep downfield. And that pass is broken up. Falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Roberts on the keeper play. The quarterback sneak up the middle. He picks up about 11 yards. Now, Rebels kick off. Prestridge kicks it off downfield. The Pine Hills boy is going to make the return. That looks like Bell, number 12 to me. He's going to be finally stopped by George Riley Walsh, number 64. Pine Hills on offense. The Rebels on defense. He is stopped by 71 Travis Myers and 62 Jed Wall. Now, 2nd down. 8 to go. Pine Hills back to pass. He throws it downfield. That pass broken up. Incomplete. 3rd down. 11 to go. Now, Rebels back on offense. Here's a handoff to Keith Ravencraft. Ravencraft looking for a little room to run. He fumbles the ball, and Pine Hills will make the recovery. Yes, Pine Hills gets the football. Pine Hills on offense now in the all-white jerseys. Here's the snap. The handoff is stopped by 20, Keith Ravencraft. Pine Hills on offense. Rebels in the dark jerseys. Bell back to pass. He's in trouble. He is stopped by a host of ASC Rebels. Pine Hills will punt back to ASC. Here's the punt. Goes downfield. Now, the Rebels make the offensive play. The toss to Ravencraft. He's stopped a yard short in the backfield. 2nd down, 12 to go. Roberts takes the snap. Tosses it back to Mike Carr, number 10. Rocky Carr cannot go. He is stopped for a 1-yard loss. Here's Roberts, back to pass. Looking downfield. Here's the pass. It is thrown downfield and incomplete, intended for Aaron Lee Shipley. Here's George Riley Walsh on the punt. He puts a foot into it. An end-over-end kick goes downfield. It's going to roll and bounce and finally be down near the goal line, and looks like, okay, Pine Hills backed up against their own goal line. 2nd down. Here's the snap. Stopped by Travis Myers and a safety. ASC gets a safety right there. Myers on the tackle. After the safety, the punt from the 20-yard line. Aaron Lee Shipley going to take the ball. Shipley heads downfield, has a little room to run, and finally be knocked out of bounds. Rebels on offense. Here we go. The snap. Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. Pass intended for Honey and falls incomplete. Here we go, second down, 10 yards to go. The look-in pass to Honey is incomplete. Third down. Again, the look-in pass, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap, the punt by George Riley. He gets a foot into it, drives it downfield. Here's the return. Good coverage by the Rebel punt coverage team. Pine Hills on offense in the white jerseys. White headgear and white trousers. Handoff. Player is finally stopped. No, he keeps going. He still has room to run. He's going to break it. Somebody caught him. They didn't score. Here's the play. The handoff to 24, and he goes down, and he is in for the score. Pine Hills in for the score. Here's a try for point. Try for the 2 points. Bell on a sort of a jump pass. Complete. Yes, good. Pine Hills scores. That makes it 22-2 right now. Still in the third quarter. Pine Hills will kick off on the little pooch kick. Ball is returned upfield by the Rebels. Now, get this tape going. Rebels on offense. Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. Looking downfield. Second down, 10 to go. Again, back to pass. Roberts, number 12, looking downfield. Releases the football. Way downfield. Intended for Rocky Carr, number 10. Incomplete. Third down and 10. Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. Under heavy pressure. He dumps it off to McMillan. And McMillan, 43, will be stopped for about a 12-yard loss behind the line. There's a flag on the play. Here's a fourth down punt. Fourth and long. George Riley Walsh back to punt. Keeps it downfield. There's the return by the Pine Hills player. That's Bell number 12 right there. He's going to finally be stopped by Burnell McGee, 63, on a solo tackle. Pine Hills on offense. Here's a snap on the crossbuck. He is going to be stopped by 86 Honey. Pine Hills on offense. Here's the snap. Pine Hills in the white, fully white uniforms. All white. Pass downfield is incomplete. Second down, 10 to go. Under pressure, Bell releases the football. This again is incomplete. Here's a punt. Almost blocked. Now, Rebels back on offense. Roberts on the bootleg. Takes the ball. Throws the ball downfield. And Mike Carr on the reception. Touchdown. Rebels go for the 2-point conversion. Here's the toss to Aaron Lee Shipley. Now, Rebels kick off back to Pine Hills. Prestridge kicks it off. Here's the return. He's going to be stopped by a host of Rebels. Pine Hills on the offense. Here's the snap. He is stopped by Travis Myers, 71, along with other Rebels. Here's the snap. Handoff. And he's going to be at football almost recovered by McGee. Now, Gloucester got it back. Pine Hills, quarterback rolls back. He's under heavy pressure. He unloads the ball. Pine Hills will punt back to ASC. Here's the punt. Bell hits one. Goes downfield. Good crowd tonight. And Keith Ravencraft catches that punt. Ravencraft looking for room to run. He's going to finally be stopped. Rebels back on offense. Roberts back to pass. Looking downfield. Looking downfield. That pass again back to pass. Now, Rebels on offense in the dark jerseys. On the look-in pass to Honey. Falls incomplete. The punt. The snap back to George Riley Walsh. Walsh puts a foot into it, drives it downfield. Gloucester boy is going to try to make a return. Yes, he is. He's going to return that football. Pine Hills on offense in the white, all white uniforms. The handoff, stopped by Myers. Pine Hills still on offense. He is tripped up. Pine Hills moving the football. Here's a handoff. He is stopped by 63, Burnell McGee, along with Travis Myers. Here's a snap. Bell puts a foot into it on the punt. Aaron Lee is back, but he will let that ball bounce and roll and finally roll dead. Now Rebels back on offense. Here's a snap. Roberts is back to pass. He's going to be in trouble. He's going to unload the ball and looks like could be intentional grounding. Rebels still on offense now, backed up inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run by Ravencraft. He's going to finally be stopped for about a 4-yard gain. Roberts hands off. Now, 4th down, long to go. George Riley Walsh back to punt. He gets a foot into it. Number 12 is going to take that football and finally be brought down by Aaron Lee Shipley. The handoff. Now, Pine Hills on offense. Here's a snap. The handoff. He's going to be first hit by Jed Wall, number 62. Wall again on the stop. Pine Hills in the all-white uniforms tonight. And that will conclude the game with the Pine Hills Wildcats in 1971.